World 95.
It's Miss World 1995.
Come to the sun, come to the place where all the world's having fun. This pleasure palace where your cares and worries melt away. Open up.
And now, live from the Sun City Super Bowl, please welcome your host for Miss World 1995, Richard Steinmetz.
The sensational Sun City Dancers featuring Pete Smith and T.J. Allen in their current spectacular production come to the Sun right here at the Extravaganza Theater in Sun City. Let's hear it for them. Now, don't mind me right now. I'm anxious, and when I'm anxious, I tap. Poorly, I might add. Whoa, there I am. Okay. To all of you here in the Super Bowl, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And to those of you watching at home, sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 2 hours as 84 of the most beautiful women in the world will proudly represent their country. Now this is the 45th anniversary of the Miss World pageant, and since Eric Morley founded Miss World in 1951, it has become one of the most popular annual events on television around the world. In fact, last year it reached its biggest ever audience of almost 1.5 billion viewers, and we have every expectation of breaking that record right here tonight. You clap. Okay, what this really means, though, is that 1.5 billion people around the world now know that I can't dance. But what are you going to do? So in the past, you've been used to meeting the contestants in the national costume of their own country. Well, this year, Eric has come up with a whole new idea. I mean, he's that kind of guy. He's changing all the time. This year, for the first time, fashion takes the lead. And each contestant has been invited to commission a designer from her own country to create a gown especially for her, reflecting both her nationality and, of course, her own personal taste. So in this exciting break from tradition, let's meet our first group of contestants who stopped off en route to Sun City by way of Dubai, where James White will introduce them. James?
Thank you, Richard, and welcome to our whistle-stop tour of this incredible city and to the fabulous Creek Golf Club and Marina, where we say hello and welcome to Miss Austria, Lisa Unfried, wearing a silk silver lame dress depicting the Napoleonic era called the Beautiful Helena, designed by von Karen Muller-Wolfert. Welcome to Miss Bangladesh, Sati Gulkis Jasmine, with a design inspired by the traditional Bangladeshi wedding dress and created by Roxana Salam. Hello, Miss Belgium, Veronique de Kirk, wearing a figure-hugging dress in thick wine-red cotton by Belgian designer Vatelet. And greetings to Miss Cyprus, Isabella Jorgaloo, wearing a pale gold dress with fine cream beadwork on the bodice. By Pandalis Mitsu. Hi there, Miss Finland, Terhi Koivisto, in a fabulous snow cream white dress with bells, designed by Katarina Tayami. And hello, Miss Germany, Isabel Brauer, wearing a gold and black gown designed by Mari-Lou Rivas. Welcome, Miss Ghana, Manuela Midier, modeling a gold chiffon lame dress by designer Hannah Bonzi Taylor. And Calimera, Miss Greece, Mary Bodziki. Mary wears a straight black fitted dress with a black and green beaded bodice and matching green overskirt designed by Anastasia Babura. Dubai offers some of the finest shopping malls in the Middle East. And we're here in one of the newest to meet and welcome Miss Holland, Didi Shakman. Didi's gown in black velvet and gold is a blend of Egyptian and South American styles by Marissa Allen. And hello, Miss Hong Kong, Shirley Chow. Shirley's lime green and orange sequins gown is the inspired creation of designer Karen Chan. Greetings now to Miss Hungary, Ildiko Winberger. This classically elegant design, trimmed with crystal beads and white feathers, is by Rubidius. Welcome, Miss India, Preeti Mankotia. Inspired by the peacock, this completely hand-woven and embroidered gown was designed by Ritu Kumar. By the pool at the Hilton Beach Club, we say, hello, Miss Island, Joanne Black. Joanne's gown in tangerine tie silk was designed and created by Kathy de Stafford. And welcome to Miss Italy, Rossano Santoli. Rossana is wearing a superb bronze and gold damask design by Rocco di Passio. And greetings to Miss Lebanon, Julia Siriani. Julia's flowing green organza dress with gold arabesque embroidery is the work of designer William Curry. Miss Lithuania, Gabriele Barkute, wearing a long-fitted gold satin dress with flowing chiffon trail, designed by Jorge Kiseliote. Welcome, Miss Malaysia, Tracy Lowe. Inspired by the national flower of Malaysia, the hibiscus, Tracy's gown was designed by her mother and created by Eric Lim. Hello and welcome, Miss Norway, Ingelisa Abeltoft. Ingelisa's red and purple satin dress was designed for her by Arne Olaf Nejadret. And hi there, Miss Philippines, Rehan Snow Tago. Inspired by the jungle safari, the tigress steps out in style in this dramatic black and gold silk lame design by Jose Moreno. We take you out into the breathtaking sand dunes which surround Dubai, and where we give a warm welcome to Miss Poland, Eva Telecka. Ava's red, blue and green gown was designed for her by Jerry Ankowiak of Moda Polska. Greetings to Miss Singapore, Jacqueline Chu. The hand-embroidered bodice of this design by Alvin Ang gives a clue to his inspiration, Singapore's national emblem, the orchid. And welcome to Miss South Africa, Bernalie Daniel. Dressed by Dickie Longhurst in a magnificent design in ice pink and white tulle. And hello to Miss Sweden, Jeanette Hassel, wearing an 18th century style gown created in tulle and blue tie silk, the work of 22-year-old designer Beatrice Magnuson. And our final port of call in Dubai is at the International Yacht Club and Marina, where we welcome Miss Switzerland, Stephanie Berger. Stephanie's vivid red show dress is decorated in pearl stones and marabou feathers and was designed for her by Lisbeth Egley. Greetings to Miss Thailand, Yasmin Leia Damong Watana, in a traditional white and gold brocade design by Gritaya Sadaim from the Kalawin Fashion Institute. Hello, Miss Turkey, Demet Şener, wearing a classic style wine red satin gown designed by Bahar Korgan. And welcome to Miss United Kingdom, Shauna Gunn, in an 18th century style gown with a beaded bodice in a traditional Celtic design by Alison Jane Couture. And as our first group of contestants sail off into an Arabian sunset and to Sun International's holiday paradise at La Galawa Beach on Grand Comore, where we meet our second group of contestants and say hello and welcome to Miss American Virgin Islands, Roshni Nibs. The spirit of carnival inspired this colorful design by Josefa Quetel and Leonardo Cruz. Representing Australia, here's Melissa Porter. Miss Australia's spectacular strapless ball gown in silk organza was specially created by Tour Designs in Sydney. Welcome to Miss British Virgin Islands, Shandy Trott. Hundreds of tiny hand-cut triangular mirrors cover Shandy's sparkling white lycra gown created by Roger Gary Designs. And here's Miss Bulgaria. Welcome Yevgenia Kaukanjieva, wearing a stunning black chiffon gown with silver sequins designed by Jenna Hick. Hi there, Miss Canada, Alisa Lahenki, in a velvet evening gown trimmed with Belgian lace and a white satin-lined cape designed by Marie von Inneredne. A warm welcome now to Miss Croatia, Anica Martinovic, The shells on Anitsa's blue silk gown represents the thousands of islands in the sparkling Croatian Adriatic. The designer is Branko Donasi. Here's Miss Czech Republic, Katarzyna Kasalova. The Queen of Ice is the theme of the spectacular design by Vitsuri Jablonic. Hello to Miss Gibraltar, Monique Shiera. Monique's silver and green sequined halter neck gown was designed by Priscilla Sacramento. And welcome to Miss Guatemala, Sara Sandoval Villatoro, wearing a long gold sleeveless dress and crown by Jose Carlos Arango. Here's Miss Jamaica, Imani Duncan. Entitled The Blue Lagoon, this layered silk organza gown was designed by Jackie Tyson Niederhauser. Welcome to Miss Macau, Geraldina Madeira da Silva Pedruco, wearing a red sequin gown with a matching velveteen coat and feather collar, the creation of designer Felix Pereira. And now let's say hello to Miss New Zealand, Sarah Brady, in a slim-fitting gown of organza silk decorated with fragments of power shell designed by Nancy Vulcan. Up to La Galawa's fabulous pool deck now to say, welcome to Miss Nigeria, Toyin Anita Raji. Toyin's gown is in red suede and asoko, a local Nigerian fabric. The hat is in suede and the ensemble was designed by Toyin and Seyaraji. Representing Panama, here's Maricela Moreno Montero, with a green and blue raw silk ball gown trimmed with peacock feathers and designed by Roberto Montenegro. And welcome Miss Portugal, Susana Laleaton Fobalo. Individually hand-painted multicolored flowers on a purple shawl complement Susano's silk gown, designed by Jose Carlos. Greetings to Miss Puerto Rico, Swani Quiñones Lara Cuente, wearing a hand-beaded evening gown with a black silk cape with feathers by designer Carlota Alfaro. Representing Romania, please welcome Dana Pintilli. Dana's white ball gown with its partially transparent bodice was designed by Doina Levinter. And greetings to Miss Russia, Yelearna Bazena. Yelearna's gown is a completely embossed 18th century design by Valentin Yudashkin. Representing the Seychelles, welcome Shirley Lohman. Clouds of chiffon, rich color and sequins all combine to make an exciting total effect in the stunning design by Carol Athanasius. And here's Miss Spain, Candelaria Rodriguez Pacheco, with a mint green and cream flamenco dress by Leo Martinez and Manuel Acosta. Welcome now to Miss Swaziland, Mandy Solis. Mandy's gown is in the mermaid style in red lace, the creation of designer Yvette Cardosa. Representing Taiwan, ROC, here's Chuen Chuen Shi. Her red silk dress is trimmed with sparkling silver buttons and piping. Classic simplicity from designer Chang Xian Chi of Chao Lai. Welcome to Miss Tanzania, Emil Adolf Frederick. Emil's multicolored gown is in a butterfly style, designed by Sango Kipotsi. Greetings to Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Michelle Khan, wearing a spectacular gown embellished with sequins, rhinestones and beads, and designed by Kirby Mohammed. Say hello now to Miss Ukraine, Natalia Shavachi, wearing a white flowing gown by Gianni Versace. And finally, from the Galawa Beach Hotel, representing the United States of America, Jill and Kuda, in an original soft aqua chiffon design by Gyrex of El Paso, Texas. And here to the fabulous Sun City, at the entrance to the Palace of the Lost City, we say, welcome to Miss Argentina, Lorena Jensen, whose black gown with halter neck bodice was designed and made by Lorena herself. Welcome to Miss Aruba, Tessa Peters, in a fabulous gown inspired by the tropical colors of her country and created by designer Ronchi de Cuba. Representing the Bahamas, here's Loletta Smith. Her gown, entitled Excitement, was inspired by the indigenous plaited straw of the Bahamas and has been specially designed by Percy Wallace of Garfi Designs. Welcome, Miss Barbados, Rashi Holder, in a cream and gold brocade gown designed by Hugo Ace. At the Palace Pool, we greet Miss Bermuda, Renata Menors. The pastel colors of the Bermudan Sea are the theme of this crepe satin gown designed by Nicky Sherlock. And a warm welcome to Miss Bolivia, Carla Moron Pena, wearing a copper full-length skirt and rhinestone bodice by Angela Razuk. Hello, Miss Botswana, Monica Somaleka, in a gown in the Art Deco style based on a sculpture entitled Child of the Golden Sands of the Kalahari, designed by Ingrid Collins of Gaborone. Welcome, Miss Brazil, Alessandra Datura. This gold-touch chiffon dress with pleated skirt is designed by Alexandra Dutra. Representing the Cayman Islands is Tasha Ebanks, with a locally designed sequin-fitted dress. Welcome, Miss Chile, Tonka Tomisiash, in a Hollywood diva-style gown in iridescent blue, designed by Luciana Brancoli. Hi there, Miss Colombia, Diana Figueroa, honoring Africa in this black and white zebra design by Patricia Martinez. Representing Costa Rica, here's Chesley Navarra Aguila, wearing a stunning blue and silver velvet and sequin dress. Welcome to Miss Curaçao, Danique Regales, wearing a white dress with Swarovski stones by Hilda Vink. Hello, Miss Denmark, Tina Knudsen, wearing a cerise pink and dark blue velvet gown designed by Karim. Welcome to Miss Dominican Republic, Patricia Bayone Robles, in a handmade and hand-painted dress inspired by the tropical gardens of the Caribbean, designed by Giannina Azar. Greetings to Miss Ecuador, Fabiola Trujillo Parker, wearing a straight-cut design decorated with black stones and sequins, created by Carlos Aguila. A warm welcome to Miss Estonia, Marilyn Poon, with a spectacular design in artificial silk and ostrich and peacock feathers by Mariana Haas and Pile James. Bonsoir, Miss France, Hélène Longton, wearing an electric blue and red dress with Eiffel Tower pattern by Florent Dassy. Representing Guam, here's Joylyn Munaz. The Spanish influence in Guam is echoed in this organza and lame design by Del R. Eleo. Welcome to Miss Israel, Miri Boadana, wearing a gown in honor of Jerusalem of Gold on its 3000th anniversary, designed by Gotex. At the Royal Arena, we say greetings to Miss Japan, Mare Kubo, wearing a red strapless dress with a beaded bodice and floral hat, designed by Yunko Iribuchi. Representing Korea is Yun-Yong Cho, in a tiered red girl gown designed by Andre Kim. Welcome, Miss Latvia, Yeva Milaana, wearing a halter-necked silver gown with flowing skirts by Vanda Kansei. Here's Miss Mexico, Alejandra Quintero, wearing a living flower design by Jose Luis Cabarca, accessorized by Geraldo Rebolo. Welcome, Miss Paraguay, Patricia Serafini Gian, with a spectacular design in damask and shantum silk by Eduardo Tutunier. Greetings to Miss Peru, Paula de la Piarne Gianotti, in a two-piece red chiffon and satin design by Ricardo Davile and Luis Miranda. Welcome, Miss Slovakia, Jozaan Spachnova, wearing an entirely hand-woven three-piece outfit in flax cotton, organtin, and lace design by Leah Feckett. Representing Slovenia, here's Tajar Boschkin, wearing a spectacular cobweb-designed dress by Barbara Plavech. And at the Lost City Country Club, it's greetings to Miss Tahiti, Tia Mary Baudry, in a gown made in silk and fiber from the coconut tree, designed by Nelson. Welcome to Miss Venezuela, Jacqueline Aguilera Marcarno, wearing a salmon pink organza gown with matching feathers, by Angel Sanchez. Representing Zambia, hello to Liliana Bojicic, in a gown whose colors represent the multitude of African nations, entitled Queen of the African Sun, created by Harriet Kawuza Hala. And finally, a warm welcome to Miss Zimbabwe, Dion Best, in black and white lace and organza, by Colin Webster.
Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation for the most outstanding collection of international fashion design and for the world's most beautiful women, as Emirates presents Miss World 1995, live from Sun City. I can't remember when I've seen so much beauty and elegance on one stage before. And we're about to add to that even further. To present the Tia Maria Award for the most spectacular dress. It is a great pleasure to welcome a young lady who, if she were competing tonight, she would undoubtedly win this award. She has that kind of taste in fashion. She is one of the top photographic models in the world today, and she has taken time out of her extremely busy schedule to join us here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Linda Evangelista. Good evening, Linda. You look absolutely stunning this evening.
Thank you. And it's astonishing to see fashion like this in a pageant.
Well, I would have to agree. Based on what we're seeing here tonight, would you say the international fashion world is in pretty good shape?
Yes. A lot of these creations have also been designed by designers who are not yet known internationally.
So they're waiting to be discovered then?
Absolutely.
Now, Linda, I have a little secret about you, and I will share it with you. I heard that you were in the Miss Teen Niagara Falls pageant a few years ago.
How'd you hear that?
I have spies everywhere.
Well, yes, it's true. At about the age of 16, I entered the Miss Teen Niagara pageant. I didn't win. I didn't even place. But there was a model scout in the audience who noticed me and got me going on my modeling profession.
And so that's how you were discovered, just like that?
Just like that.
I mean, you know, it just goes to show you that you never know where or when you're going to be discovered. I mean, that moment in time.
Good timing.
Shall we move forward?
Yes, we shall.
To present the Tia Maria Award, you have the honors.
The Tia Maria Award for the most spectacular dress goes to Miss Croatia.
Miss Croatia's dress is designed by Branko Denisi. And Branko, we offer our congratulations on a truly spectacular design. Join us again after this short break where we'll introduce some very special guests. We'll see you in a minute.
The Simpsons go to the zoo.
Oh, you are so cute.
But it's the silence of the lamb chops as Lisa goes vegetarian.
I thought you loved me. Eating meat is bad.
Lending their support, Paul and Linda McCartney.
I read about you in history class.
I was known as the Fifth Beatle.
Sure you were.
I'm Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Man.
A new episode of The Simpsons, Sunday at 6 on Sky One.
There is a wonderful recipe from this region. And the secret is starting with the finest ingredient.
Feels just right, don't stop, addiction.
Take them and carefully peel.
Feels just right, don't stop,
Then, to bring out the flavor, beat together. Take a lemon and squeeze. Ginger and grate. Then simply bring to the boil.
Feel good enough to eat. Addiction by Fabergé. Fragrances for men and women.
This is the official Dance Tip 95, the biggest dance hits of the year. Is it the best because it has over 40 top 20 hits? Is it the best because it has no fillers? Or is it because it's great value? It could be because Dance Tip 95 has the great new hits from Simply Red, Everything But the Girl, and Coolio. Dance Tip 95. Get it now.
Welcome to the world of DeLonghi, where ordinary things are made extraordinary. Take the DeLonghi deep fat rotor fryer. The rotating basket is set at an angle. Because it dips the food, you only need half the oil. And cleaning couldn't be easier. No lifting or tipping. Simply watch the oil drain away. Household appliances from DeLonghi. Extraordinary.
Get ready for a weekend of murder and mystery on the Family Channel. A Cluedo whodunit weekend featuring super sleuths like Columbo and Sherlock Holmes. You and your family could win a murder mystery trip to the Mohonk Mountain House Hotel in upstate New York. See your Sky TV or cable guide for...
Only cows that are made to feel special can produce a silver butter as mild and smooth as new Anchor Reserve.
What will make you say bollocks today?
Believe me, it's not easy looking natural on film. I'm Alan Weisinger. As a movie makeup artist, the biggest challenge is to get a beautiful natural look, especially in close-up. The new Naturals range from Max Factor has soft, fresh colors, inspired by nature. Light, gentle formulas that feel natural on the skin. You give me Max Factor Naturals, I'll give you a beautiful look, naturally.
New Max Factor Naturals. The makeup of makeup artists. Max Factor International.
Thursday, the screen's biggest star returns to Sky.
Beethoven.
Peace and quiet is about to become a thing of the past. Because this time he's brought the whole family.
No, 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 no.
And he's up to his pores in trouble.
5 St. Bernards? I mean, it's beyond trouble.
Don't miss the cutest puppet you'll ever see. Premiering 8 o'clock Thursday, Beethoven's second, only on Sky Movies.
Miss World 1995, the pageant at Sun City.
Welcome back to the Super Bowl at Sun City, right here in the Northwest Province. Now, at this time, I'd like to extend our thanks to Sun City and Sun International for hosting the pageant for the 4th consecutive year, and to welcome the Premier of the Northwest Province, Mr. Popo Molefe, and the Chairman of Sun International South Africa, Mr. Buddy Houghton. Now, as you heard earlier, this year's pageant has been generously sponsored by Emirates, the award-winning international airlines of the United Arab Emirates. And we consider it a great honor to welcome right here in the Super Bowl, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum. Now, Sun City lies in the Northwest Province, which is particularly rich in mineral resources, and consequently it's known as the Platinum Province of South Africa. And during a break in the rehearsals, some of our contestants took the opportunity to have a look around. Let's take a look at what they saw. And to accompany them, would you please welcome one of the region's hottest young dance group, Creators. guys. Let's hear it for creators. Phew. Boy, if only I could move like that. No, I don't think so. We've already done that. Now, very shortly, we're going to be finding out which of our 84 contestants have been chosen as the 10 semifinalists for Miss World 1995. So who will be making the all-important decisions? As usual, we have an international panel of judges, all of them highly distinguished in their own professions. And I think it's time that you should meet them. Our first judge is from the home team. He is one of South Africa's finest all-around sportsmen. He's recognized, but better than that, he's feared in the cricketing world as a bowler of international stature. Please welcome Barney de Villiers. Now, our next judge is a very beautiful lady indeed. She's the first of 2 former Miss X Worlds on tonight's panel. She also has her own TV talk show, and she's a qualified architect. And she told me that if I don't get her name right, it's for me. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Maria Cela Alvarez. I passed. Our next judge is a young woman who took up modeling in an attempt to get a job as a buyer, a fashion buyer. And now this is a great story. She subsequently became one of the most successful models that South Africa has ever produced. Please welcome Josie Perrier. Okay, here we go. Our next judge is a very funny man. He has spent a lifetime entertaining audiences on stage, film, and television. He's currently hosting the UK's 2 most successful game shows. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Bruce Forsyth. Now, our next judge is a movie actor whose popularity is literally worldwide. And he is unquestionably the most influential personality in the Indian film industry. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Super Bowl, please welcome Amitabh Bachchan. And next, a young woman who has starred internationally on TV and in feature films. You may remember as Fallon on Dynasty, but apart from the acting, she is also the co-founder of the Starlight Foundation, which helps seriously ill children. She is, ladies and gentlemen, Emma Sams. Now, there is no end to the beauty here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Our second former Miss World on tonight's panel. She is also a law and psychology student and one of South America's hottest, and I mean hottest, TV stars, Astrid Herrera. Now, our next judge is an internationally acclaimed British actor who, in his 50 years of movie making, has appeared in over 250 films for television and cinema. Now, he ranges in his roles from Shakespeare and Dickens to Bond villains and other heroes of the darkness. Please welcome Christopher Lee. And finally, quite probably the most successful film director that Britain has ever produced. He has directed just about every international star in the business, except myself. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Michael Winner. And last but certainly not least, the ever-gracious and always charming, non-voting chairman of the panel, Mr. Eric Morley. A distinguished panel indeed, with some very difficult decisions to make, I might add. Now, to explain how the judging works, during the past week here at Sun City, the judges have seen all the contestants in beachwear and in ball gowns, and each judge has had the opportunity to meet and talk individually with each and every contestant as to assess her grace and personality, and of course her determination to hold the coveted Miss World title. And tonight, as the judges make their final decisions, their votes will be checked by our scrutineer, Reg Poole, and by the eminent firm of international auditors, Coopers and Librant. That's it. There you have it. That was a mouthful. We're very close to hearing our first results of the voting, so join us again after this break for a final look at all 84 contestants, and you won't want to miss this, modeling the total look in designer beachwear and the presentation of a very special award. We'll be right back.
Bribery.
On the front seat of my ute, 5,000 bucks.
Leave it alone. Bad cops. And blackmail.
What would they have to?
Tapes of them giving him heroin to sell, them taking money from him before he could get them to leave him alone.
The witnesses, they saw you take me.
In police rescue.
What is this? We've already been through the home movies.
A very dangerous game is being played.
Leave it!
Police Rescue. Monday at 9. Sky 1 prime time.
Mrs. Alcott thought she'd never do such a thing, but she did.
I did.
So she thought Mr. Alcott ought to do it too. Bird's eye pan flare is a brilliant new way to cook. Tender chicken breast, vegetables and a mild curry sauce, all freshly frozen by Bird's Eye. Just add milk and stir.
I did it.
Do it with pan flare from Bird's Eye.
For adults only in tomorrow's Sunday Mirror, Basic Instincts, dare you read an explicit guide to sexual satisfaction. Tomorrow in the Sunday Mirror.
We move mountains.
Amazing.
To bring you the stars.
Hey, E.T. Hi, I'm Bruce Willis.
I'm Samuel L. Jackson.
Lick your thumb.
At the pinnacle of their success.
Now touch it and go psst, psst.
E.T.
I feel fantastic about it.
Entertainment tonight. Specially made for the UK. The Paramount Channel, 8 p.m. every evening after Nickelodeon.
Because I save so much by shopping at Summerfield week after week with all those wonderful price check offers. I like to push the boat out occasionally. Well, 'tis the season of goodwill. And because Summerfield have literally hundreds of price check offers, I find myself... Come in, boys. Spoiled for choice. Price check at Summerfield. Savings that add up. Morning, Jed.
Said the girls as young Jed strode lustily home.
I've made my mind up, Mother. I'm leaving home. My granions are yearning for Italy and all it affords.
Throw down your snoot. This'll fret you wanderlust, boy. Pasta made smuggling with Coleman's new spicy tomato sauce.
So, his manly appetite frelled, Jed strode out to admire the Norfolk Broads. Pasta passion, smuggling new sauces from Coleman's of Norwich.
Back once again for the renegade master.
Dark Zone 95 out now.
Every weekday, you can see the all-American game show that distinguishes between brilliance and pure genius.
That was a mistake. We're all human.
But move over, America, because from the 4th of December, fast-talking, wisecracking host Paul Ross will be guiding you through the all-new British Jeopardy.
It's the show we're never averse to a bit of vice versa.
Absolutely.
Jeopardy's all about risking risks and chancing chances.
So exercise your grey matter with the all-new British Jeopardy, coming soon to Sky One.
Bye for now.
Miss World 1995, the pageant at Sun City.
Welcome back to our live telecast from Sun City, where Emirates presents Miss World 1995. Now, we're just a few minutes away from finding out who this year's 10 semi-finalists will be. Our auditors, Coopers and Librant, are standing by to verify the judge's decision, which we'll know right after we've had a chance to see all 84 girls featuring the total look in fashion beachwear in a special musical presentation here at Sun City and on location in Dubai and the Comores. Here we go. Gentlemen, fabulous designer beachwear from around the world. Woo. And beautifully presented, ladies, if I may say so myself. Now, before we learn who our 10 semifinalists will be, there is one other award to be presented. Now, this is an award that was voted for by our press corps, all our friends on the press corps here at Sun City. This award is for Miss Photogenic. And to announce the results, would you please welcome a young lady who, if she were competing tonight, she would undoubtedly be in the running for this award. She began her modeling career at the age of 12, and ever since has adorned the catwalks of all the world's major fashion houses. She is also an accomplished style and fashion commentator. She is, of course, Miss Beverly Peel. You look absolutely fabulous.
Why, thank you, Richard. You look great yourself.
Thank you. And now Beverly has just flown straight in from New York, and she's taking off and flying straight back to America tomorrow.
Yes.
Beverly, how do you do it? I mean, with all the traveling that you do in your life, and since you were 12 years old, do you ever have a chance to meet what I would call, say, quality friends, or are they more just acquaintances?
I think I have traveled many years, and I think I have a friend in about every city and every port around the world. And most of them are my true friends, yeah.
Really? Including South Africa? Do you have any friends here?
I have made a lot of friends in South Africa, in this beautiful place. Yes, you, of course.
I want to be your friend. You live in New York, I live in Los Angeles.
You can be my friend.
Now, I need to ask you a question. You are one of the top fashion models in the world. And
thank you.
Well, and I'm sure you'll be working for many, many more years.
I hope so.
Do you have one piece of advice that you would give to a young woman who wanted to get into the modeling industry?
Not to. No, I'm just kidding. My piece of advice to them are basically to keep a level head and stay in touch with your inner self. And through that, you can accomplish anything, and you'll always be happy, and you'll never feel lonely. That's pretty much it.
I think that's beautiful. I mean, also now you know. Okay, shall we move forward?
All right, so I am here to present. Miss Photogenic for 1995 is Miss Venezuela.
Congratulations to Miss Venezuela, and ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Miss Beverly Peel.
Thank you.
Now then, our eminent panel of judges have deliberated, and they're ready to announce their selection for the title of Miss World for the 10 semifinalists for Miss World 1995. I was a little premature there. Let me try again. 10 semifinalists for Miss World 1995. And now, would you please welcome onto the Super Bowl stage the UK's finest and best-loved entertainer, and he's not a bad golfer either. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Bruce Forsyth. Good evening.
And thank you so much for that wonderful ovulation. Especially at my age. But look at this place, Richard. Look at the bar. Isn't it fantastic? I bet McDonald's is empty. Absolutely marvellous. And do you mind if I sort of find out how many British people are here? Because 5,000 of them promised to be here tonight. I can find out very easily. Nice to see you. To see you. 200 turned up. There must have been a bus ride. But may I say also, Richard, through you, may I say hello to all my new South African friends? I like to say it in this way: get your bick off the bed and meet me on the foreshore. Gary Player taught me that. But we've had a marvellous bit. Farley, he's a lovely guy. De Villiers there, isn't he? Great. And he's had a marvellous time with all the girls who said he never knew he could have so much fun without laughing. Think about it, think about it. And Christopher Lee...
Heck of a golfer.
Christopher Lee? A golfer, but Christopher Lee phoned me at 6 o'clock this morning to play golf. 6 o'clock! I said, what about the rain and the thunder and the lightning? He said, anyone can play in the sun. He's such a villainous man. But anyway, the other thing is, you know, I am an eligible.
You know what?
Yes, I thought you were going to ask me that.
No, I was just going to say that you, of all people...
I thought you were.
Did you know I was going to say that? How did you know that?
I could read your lips.
Yeah, there it is. You are probably the most qualified to judge the Miss World pageant. Why is that?
Well, probably I am, because I did, and in fact, I am married to a former Miss World. Yes? Oh, fancy getting applause for that.
This is an in
It was
crowd.
easy. No, but as a matter of fact, Miss Puerto Rico of 1975 was my darling wife, Wilnelia Merced. And she came to London and she won the title, Miss World of 1975. There she, where are you down? You're over there somewhere, I think,
Is
table 12. Where is she? There she is, there we are.
Oh, she's absolutely
Isn't she gorgeous?
stunning.
She's so lovely. Yes, Miss World of 1975, but then again, a few people may remember that I was Mr. Universe of 1928.
Oh, I remember that.
Scream, girls, scream! Come on!
Well, I think we have to move on, Bruce.
I think we are, yes.
we do. We have to announce the 10 semi-finalists.
The semi-finalists, yes,
social
I did longer than they
Okay, but before Bruce announces the semi-finalists, before you do,
yes.
I would personally like to say to all of our ladies here tonight that, you know, we've had a chance to spend some quality time this past week in rehearsals, and from where I stand right now, there are no losers on this stage. For all of you to come here this far, that already makes you a winner. I share this, I think, with Bruce. We wish you all the very best of luck.
Good luck, girls. You're all beautiful. You are all beautiful.
And you have the honors.
But the you got me saying it now. The semi-finalists are Miss Korea.
Miss Korea!
Oh, yeah. We're in by the way, these are in no special order. Miss Bolivia. Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, okay, fine. Miss Croatia. Miss Mexico.
Miss Australia!
Yeah! Miss South Africa! Miss Bulgaria! Miss Venezuela! And Miss Israel!
Now, Bruce, you owe me for this one. There they are. They're all yours.
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies, do follow me.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 10 semi-finalists.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get in the minibus. Thank you for coming. Good night.
Now, we're about ready to meet our semi-finalists again, this time individually and wearing their specially designed total look in fashion beachwear. And to help me describe them, I am delighted to welcome my next guest host. She is an absolute sweetheart. And she is also one of the stars of the most popular and successful television shows in the world today. It currently plays in over 60 countries, From the bold and the beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, Macy Alexander, Bobbie Eakes.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Bobbie. Doesn't
Hi,
Bobbie
everybody.
look fabulous this evening, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, thank you.
You didn't know I was going to do that. Now, Bobbie, my spies have been at work again. They tell me, and I'm going to share this with you, that you were a semi-finalist in the Miss America pageant a few years ago. Is that true?
Well, actually, yes, that is true. I represented my home state of Georgia in the Miss America pageant. And applause for Georgia. I think I know what the girls are going through right now. This is a very exciting time, but I think they might be a little bit nervous as well.
Oh, I'm sure that's true, but I love girls from Georgia. They always speak with that drawl, y'all, like sugar, honey.
You got that right, sweetheart.
Now, let me ask you. Let me ask you something. You were a semifinalist. We're at the semifinalist part. Were you nervous?
Well, I was nervous. I think it's very human to be nervous in a situation like this, but I tell you, I was very fortunate because I had the advice and the guidance of my sister Sandra, who was also in the Miss America pageant before me, so I really appreciated that.
Your sister was also in the Miss America pageant?
Yes.
I would like to be a part of that family.
Well, we could adopt you as a brother.
No, a brother is not what I had. My brother-in-law, perhaps. Okay, before we go on to swimsuits, you know, fashion has changed for swimsuits in the last 45 years. You go from two-piece to one-piece to, say, even a G-string now. What kind of bathing suit do you wear?
Excuse me?
Well, it's not actually for me. It's for all the people that are watching at home. I think they would like to know.
What kind of swimsuit do you wear?
Oh, no, I don't think you want to know what I would wear. You know what? I think it's time to move on. Let's meet our 10 semifinalists again, this time wearing designer swimsuits of their own choice. And leading the way, would you please welcome Miss Korea.
Chu is age 21. She has black hair and brown eyes and is studying business management and marketing at university. Her ambition is to set up an advertising agency. Her hobbies include volleyball, golf, and dance. She speaks English, Korean, and Japanese.
Please welcome semifinalist number 2, Miss Bolivia.
A business administration student, Carla is 20 years old and is also producing a show called El Mundo del Espectáculo for television. Her hobbies include dance, painting, and music.
Would you please welcome our next semifinalist, Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
Michelle is age 23 with brown eyes. She's a model. Her ambition is to study public relations and work in her family's clothing business, eventually becoming a fashion designer. Her hobbies include Indian classical dance and swimming.
And our next semifinalist, please welcome Miss Croatia.
Anitza is a 19-year-old student. Her ambition is to study design and technology. Her hobbies include basketball and folk singing.
Please welcome our 5th semifinalist, Miss Mexico.
Alejandra is age 19 with brown hair and brown eyes. She manages her own advertising agency, and her hobbies include dancing, reading, swimming, and aerobics. Alejandra also speaks Spanish.
Our next six semifinalists, please welcome Miss Australia.
Melissa has blonde hair and green eyes. She's 21 years old and is studying social science at university. Her ambition is to travel, and her hobbies include dance and painting.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss South Africa.
Bernally is age 22. She has brown hair and brown eyes, and she's an international model. Her hobbies include music, films, and crossword puzzles. She speaks English and Afrikaans.
Please welcome our next semifinalist, Miss Bulgaria.
Eugenia is 20 years old and is a head bookkeeper for a modeling agency. Her hobbies include drawing and singing, and she speaks Bulgarian, Italian, English, and Russian.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Venezuela.
Jacqueline is age 19 with brown eyes. She's a student in industrial relations, and her ambition is to become an international newsreader. Her hobbies include reading and diving.
And our last semifinalist, please welcome Miss Israel.
Lily is age 18. She has red hair and brown eyes. She's studying fashion design and the history of art, and her ambition is to be a fashion designer. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, our beautiful 10 semifinalists in Miss World 1995.
After the break, the ball gown parade and music from that hot young group from the Netherlands, caught in the act.
I bet this is the closest you've come to a police station since Hill Street went off the air. I love that show.
Now, there's something to take away those winter blues every Thursday night.
We're supposed to enforce the law. Sometimes that means you gotta get hit.
A unique style of law enforcement.
These guys think they're smart, but you know what? I'm smarter. Gotcha.
The Commish. Roll call 9 p.m. Thursday on Sky One Primetime.
Did you see that? Come on, pull over.
All right. All right.
On an ocean of sorrow, true love never dies. Inside the pocket of a clown.
Turn on to CMT on the hour, every hour, and you could win a holiday to America.
Whatever your hair problem, there's a salon solution by Andrew Collins.
What does your mom call you then? Come on, tell us.
special soldier.
I'm a special soldier.
Kids will do anything for Dairy Lee.
Duplo preschool toys. Building fun.
For adults only, tomorrow, Sunday Mirror. Basic Instincts, a new series that takes you beyond the frontiers of sex today. What do men really want from a woman? How can women get the ultimate pleasure from a man? Basic Instincts, an explicit guide to sexual satisfaction. Make your sexiest dreams come true. We dare you. Only in the Sunday Mirror, tomorrow.
Once you've learned the secret of marinating, you just won't be able to stop.
Addiction by Fabergé. Feel good enough to eat.
We regret to announce the delay of...
We can't control air traffic control, but we can control your heartburn. Pepsid AC.
Look at that. Something you'll never tire of seeing.
If you think that was a cunning stunt, wait till you see my new video.
Roy Chubby Brown, live at Blackpool.
Just buy it!
I'm Sarah Long, and I'm 38. But 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have told you that.
Wrinkle Smoothing Cream from Oil of Ulay works in under 14 days.
Want to travel to the United States? See superstar Garth Brooks live in concert? Well, you can get there by watching country music television, any hour, on the hour. Turn on to CMT, the spirit of America.
Every Sunday night, see an encore presentation of some of Hollywood's biggest movies. Sunday night is Encore Movie Night on Sky.
You feel that?
Steven Spielberg's effects extravaganza, the encore presentation of Jurassic Park, 7 o'clock Sunday on the Movie Channel.
Miss World 1995, the pageant at Sun City.
Welcome back to the Northwest Province, where Emirates presents Miss World 1995. Now, very shortly, you're going to see our 10 semifinalists in stunning ball gowns. And as a curtain raiser to that moment, it gives me great pleasure to welcome one of Europe's hottest young vocal groups. Great bunch of guys from the Netherlands with their song, You Know, It's Caught in the Act.
To let you know, I think you're my destiny. In times of trouble, when the world is shaking under your feet, you can always count on me, baby. I'll turn your bitter to sweet. I saw the tears in your eyes. Tell me the reason you cry. I need you here, so come running to me, 'cause you know. My arms around you, girl. I'm gonna care for you, protect you in this mixed up world. I'm up in heaven, girl, when I make love to you. We will be together forever. I'll turn your gray skies blue. I'm gonna give you so much. My love's in every touch. I'll be whatever you want. When you want
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Caught in the Act. And how about those pictures of the girls in Dubai and the Comores? Wow. Now, we're about to meet our 10 semifinalists again, this time in ball gowns of their own choice. But first, I would like you to please welcome my next guest host. He is an actor and a singer. His albums have gone gold, platinum, and double platinum internationally. He has just finished starring in his first feature film, and beginning on January 1st in his hometown of New York City, he will be appearing and starring as Danny in the hit musical Grease on Broadway. You may know him as Thorne Forster on The Bold and the Beautiful. We know him as Jeff Trachta. Good evening.
Good evening, Richard.
Now, Jeff, what do you think of Sun City?
Sun City is by far the most spectacular place I have ever been in the world.
No, there is no question about that. It is a very special place.
And the people here have been so friendly to me, and I've met so many wonderful friends, and I'm having a great time, and I'm so happy that I've been invited to be a part of this evening.
Yeah, and we're very happy that you're here. Now, Jeff, you know, I'm a little bit confused about something. You live in Los Angeles, Broadway is in New York. Are you going to be leaving The Bold and the Beautiful?
Absolutely not.
Not. Remember that, you heard it here first.
But The Bold and the Beautiful will be coming to Broadway.
And there you go. So what do you think? Shall we see our ladies dressed for a night on the town?
Are you ready out there?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back our 10 semifinalists in ball gowns of their own choice. And leading the way, would you please welcome Miss Korea.
Young is wearing a mermaid silhouette in black spandex material. Body-hugging slinky from the top of the bodice to the neck and netting, encrusted with rhinestones. This was designed by Young-Joo Kim.
Ladies and gentlemen, semifinalist number 2, please welcome Miss Bolivia.
This evening is wearing a long red evening dress with sweekends off the shoulder. It's a beautiful full-length dress which was designed by Erica and Sonia Weiss.
Semi-finalist number 3, please welcome Trinidad and Tobago.
Michelle is wearing a body-hugging black gown and basket knit weave, adorned with thousands of hand-placed crystals. This beautiful dress was designed by Kirby Mohammed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next semifinalist, Miss Croatia.
Is wearing a pink dress made as a combination mini and maxi dress with hand embroidery. This beautiful dress was designed by Mattia.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5th semifinalist, please welcome Miss Mexico.
with tiny straps that cross at the back, embroidery lace in the same colors with crystals on the bodice and the hips. Part of the torso is covered with a transparent net made of crystals. This beautiful dress was designed by José Luis Ambarca.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next semi-finalist, Miss Australia.
Melissa is wearing an elegant one-shouldered pastel pink silk crepe de chine gown. This lovely dress was designed by Aaron Davey.
Our seventh semi-finalist, please welcome Miss South Africa.
Bernalie is wearing a gold-beaded French Chantilly lace and gold satin layered skirt. This elegant dress was designed by Dickie Longhurst.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next semi-finalist, Miss Bulgaria.
Yevgenia is wearing a long black dress made from chiffon with black sequins, hand embroidered, flared from the waist.
Ladies and gentlemen, our ninth semi-finalist, please welcome Miss Venezuela.
Jacqueline is wearing a fuchsia strapless long dress with a pronounced low cut at the neck and has extended skirt in layers. This beautiful gown was designed by Ángel Sanchez.
And our last semi-finalist, would you please welcome Miss Israel.
Beautiful Miri is wearing a gold full dress with a tight bodice and full skirt with flowers at the waist and the hem, symbolizing peace, inspired by Gotex. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our wonderful 10 semi-finalists.
Join us after the break to find out which of these beautiful ladies will have been chosen to go forward to the final of Miss World 1995. We'll see you right back.
Sky One's daytime lineup pulls no punches. At 2 comes a talk show where anything can happen.
You shut up!
And it usually does. Geraldo. At 3.
It's important, it's dramatic, and it's real.
Not yet.
Court TV's Inside America's Courts.
At 3:30, get ready to be educated and entertained.
That is so cool!
The Oprah Winfrey Show.
Are you a hunk of burning love or what?
Don't miss Sky One's daytime lineup weekdays from 2.
Wherever poverty, famine and natural disasters take hold, children are usually the first to suffer. In the third world, hunger and disease kill one child every 2 seconds. But you can do something about it. By becoming a child sponsor, you can help build a brighter future for a child by funding vital developments in their community. You can sponsor a child for just £14 a month. For around 46 pence a day, you can make a lasting difference, giving them a future full of hope and dignity. Call us now on 0800 55 4488. We'll send you details of the child you're sponsoring and keep you posted on their progress. There are millions of children who need our help. Please, sponsor a child now. We're waiting to take your call on 0800 55 4488.
A love so forbidden and a passion so fierce, their world would never be the same.
I would risk my soul just to spend a few moments alone with you.
Demi Moore, Gary Oldman, The Scarlet Letter.
I'll do that, love.
You? Get on your knees and scrub. You feeling all right?
Leave it to me, Pet. If you want to pick up a few easy brownie points, pick up new Flash XL. It's the business. It glides through even the toughest grime, so you don't have to get down and scrub.
Pete! Darling, you've done all that scrubbing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, your poor back. Let me rub it for you.
New Flash XL does the hard work, so you don't have to.
For adults only in tomorrow's Sunday Mirror, Basic Instincts, Dare You Read an explicit guide to sexual satisfaction. Tomorrow in the Sunday Mirror.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fiber's delicious combination of fruit, nuts and flakes means you never know what's going to come next. For instance, 1 minute it's... and the next it might be... See what I mean? Absolutely delicious.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fiber. Every mouthful is a new experience. Jeff! I've just been round to see our new neighbours. Very nice, but lime green sofa and mauve carpet. And when they offered me a cup of tea, it wasn't PG tips.
Really? What? No PG? God, have they no taste?
You can really taste the difference in a cup of PG. Tender tips make tasty tea.
A golden cup of PG. That's what I call good taste.
Social, what was their house like?
Oh.
Miss World 1995, the pageant at Sun City.
Oh, welcome back. You know, things are getting a little tense here, I can tell you that. Our panel of expert judges have some very difficult decisions to make in the next few minutes. But I think that all of you here, and those of you watching in your own country around the world, would have to agree that the quality of this year's contestants has been outstandingly high. Now, amidst all the glamour and excitement of a world event like this, it's all too easy to forget that there are those who do not have the benefits of which we perhaps are inclined to take for granted. Some years ago, Julia Morley, the international president of the Miss World organization, decided to use the power of beauty to do something positive to help children. And the concept, Beauty with a Purpose, was born. And here to tell us about this important work, I'd like to welcome two very special guests. Both are Hollywood stars. He is one of the busiest and most versatile actors in the business, most recently starring in the movie Michael Crichton's movie Congo, and she is an Oscar nominee and two-time Emmy Award winner, soon to be seen opposite Richard Gere in the movie Primal Fear. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Hudson and Alfre Woodard.
The Miss World pageant is the very pinnacle of international beauty, and it is often said that beauty is a gift. It is appropriate, therefore, that we should use the gifts we've been given to help others.
The Miss World organization, in association with Variety Clubs International, does just that. And money raised tonight and at national pageants and variety events throughout the year benefits children in difficulty all around the world. For example, until recently, these children spent their lives in virtual darkness, working underground, mining coal in the most dangerous conditions. Now, following the efforts of Beauty with a Purpose, they still work with the mineral they once mined, but now they're in the sunshine, sculpting these spectacular carvings. And they also now enjoy the benefits of improved educational facilities and time set aside for proper recreation.
The Variety Club Lifeline Project raises funds to provide children with medical aid in circumstances where they cannot otherwise be expected to survive. Recent work in Croatia and Kiev has given many desperately ill children the gift of life and new hope for a brighter future.
This year, along with Variety Clubs International, the major beneficiary of the 1995 Miss World pageant will be the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, a trust established by the President to give back to the young people of South Africa the opportunities denied the previous generation.
Through the President's foresight and substantial personal generosity, the fund provides aid to children who are homeless and to those who were denied the benefit of a formal education. And perhaps most important of all, it does so with dignity by providing appropriate resources to help underprivileged young people to help themselves.
And like those before her, tonight's new Miss World will play her part in the coming year to maintain the dignity of beauty. Beauty with a purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Hudson and Alfre Woodard. Let's give them a big hand. A fitting tribute from two great stars as to what the power of beauty can achieve. And next, to celebrate the unity of women throughout the world, would you please welcome on stage one of South Africa's most powerful vocal talents with her new song, Women of the World Unite. Ladies and gentlemen, the remarkable Jennifer Jones.
Against drugs and war.
the remarkable Jennifer Jones. What a powerful voice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that moment. I have the envelope containing the names of the 5 finalists. And backstage, all of our contestants are anxiously and I'm quite sure nervously awaiting the results. So please remember, ladies and gentlemen, that these names are in random order. And ladies, once again, the very best of luck. I can't imagine how the parents must feel. My heart's pounding. Here we go. Our first finalist to go through, would you please welcome Miss Venezuela? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome our second finalist, Miss Croatia. We're at the halfway point. Please welcome Miss Israel. Three names have been called, 2 more to go, and one of them is Miss Trinidad and Tobago. And ladies and gentlemen, our last finalist, please welcome Miss Korea. Our 5 finalists in the quest for the title of Miss World 1995. Let's give them a big hand. Ladies, congratulations to you all. And now comes that all-important moment when each of our 5 finalists will randomly select a judge's name, and that judge will then ask a question. And to assist us, we have Suzanne from Emirates, who has all the names in her attractive container, and here she comes. Good evening, Suzanne. Okay, we're going to begin with Miss Venezuela. And she has chosen Josie Bahrain.
If you could be granted one wish in your life, what would it be?
Si pudieras elegir un deseo, ¿cuál sería?
Ante todo, muy buenas noches. Mi deseo sería, y no solo el mío, estoy segura de eso, sino de toda la humanidad, que ciertamente toda la humanidad trabajáramos, continuáramos saliendo adelante, disfrutáramos de un mundo mejor cada día y luchemos por nuestro futuro. Gracias.
Miss Venezuela's one wish would be for the whole world to continue together, fighting for progress and trying to improve the world for a better place for the whole of humanity.
Thank you, Miss Venezuela. And we move on to Miss Croatia. Good evening, if you would, please. And she has chosen Christopher Lee.
If you could have the company of any world leader as your guest for dinner, whom would you choose and why?
First, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for the question. I would invite President Mandela and my president too, because they both did a lot for the world, and they both did a lot for my country. They help children, and I think peace and love is for us future. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Croatia. We now have Miss Israel. Good evening. If you would, please. And she has chosen Amitabh Bachchan.
Do you feel that women are better suited to hold positions of power than men? And if so, why?
Good evening. I think that men and women are equally fit to hold power positions, and although women have good qualities better than men and the opposite. So that's it.
Thank you, Miss Israel. Good evening, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. If you would, please. And she has chosen Emma Sams.
What do you think is the most valuable lesson you can teach a child?
I think the most valuable lesson you could teach a child is to listen and respect their parents, and to listen and to respect their parents, and to be respectable to their parents as well. I think education as well is a good source of information in which they can prepare for their future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. And we now have Miss Korea. Good evening. If you would, please. And she has chosen Maricela Alvarez.
What do you consider is the greatest challenge women face today?
In the 90s, where careers are so important, I think women have to face the choice between having a career and their family, because to be fair, women have to try their best in their career because they've worked just as hard as men. But then when women do pursue their career, they feel that they're abandoning their family. And as we know, we can't equally do both things just as well. So one must take a back seat. So in this day and age, women have to take. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, one last hand for our 5 finalists. And while the judges make their final decisions, we'll take a short break, but join us again in a couple of minutes for, I promise you, a very special surprise and a final farewell from Miss World 1994.
Carry on up the charts, the best of the beautiful South. The album they just can't stop talking about. Nearly 2 million album sales speak for themselves. 14 classic tracks on Carry On Up the Charts. The best of the beautiful South. It's great to talk about, but it's even better to listen to.
A few weeks ago, we got Playboy TV.
And since then, all she's done is moan.
I like a good moan.
Peter, get a move on. Big day today.
Okay, Mum.
And dress nicely.
When you've only one good shirt.
Hello.
One important interview.
And who's that?
Granny?
And one chance. New generation Persil liquid now has grease releases to get rid of more greasy stains like this first time.
Relax, you'll make it.
I like your attitude. Thanks very much. This is good. Very good. See you next week.
Persil performs brilliantly, and it shows.
From Toys R Us this Christmas, it's Connects.
Connects! It's Canoe. Connects
can make anything you can think of. It's the color coding that makes it quick and easy. Connect's technology is seriously contagious.
From Toys R Us, stores nationwide.
Miss World 1995, the pageant at Sun City.
Welcome back to Sun City in South Africa's Platinum Promise. Now, as I promised, and I always keep my promises, we've got a very special surprise for you now. Two of the guest presenters you met earlier have yet another string to their bow. Apart from being extremely busy stage and screen actors, they have managed to find time to get together to release a fantastic collection of romantic ballads. The album is called Bold and Beautiful Duets. Who else but Jeff Trachta and Bobbie Eakes.
Tomorrow brings in a world few hearts survive.
All I know is the way I feel, and when it's real, I keep it there alive. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world beyond, where the clear winds blow. Some hang on to used to be, live their lives looking behind.
All we have is here and now. All our life I'll bear to find.
Oh, the road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world beyond, where the clear winds blow. Time goes by, there's no time to cry. Life's you and I, alive today. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Yeah, love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world beyond, where the clear winds blow. Love lifts
Trachta and Bobbie Eakes. The bold and the beautiful, and I'm not saying which is which. Now, we're only minutes away from crowning a new Miss World for 1995. And with that title goes not only glory and fame, but some incredibly hard and important work on literally a global scale. Miss World 1994, Aishwarya Rai, now shares with us some of her thoughts and memories as her exceptional reign comes to an end.
That magical moment, to think it was just a year ago, and have grown richer by a lifetime of experience with a clearer insight to life. My homecoming reception from the dear people of India was so touching that warmth will forever linger. An audience with my Prime Minister, the President, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, as well as with the heads of state of many other countries, will be a lifelong memory. I came to Sun City with the pride of representing my country on an international platform, little realizing that the following year would take me around the world as an ambassador of love and beauty with a purpose. I thank my family, dear friends, Mrs. Morley and the Miss World group, the Times group in India, and all my fellow people who've made this year so special. I've tried to do my best and full justice to the privilege and responsibility of wearing the Miss World crown. And to the lady to whom I will pass it in just a few minutes, may I say, do not pretend, be, do not promise, act, do not just dream, make it a reality. Oceans of love and luck, and happiness in every way.
Ladies and gentlemen, she stopped my heart then, and she still does now. Please welcome on stage for the very last time, Miss World 1994, Aishwarya Rai. Aishwarya Rai, ending her spectacular reign. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time. Join us after this break for the announcement and the coronation of Miss World 1995.
Tonight on The Movie Show, we take a walk in the clouds with Keanu Reeves. Denzel Washington investigates Devil in a Blue Dress.
Sir, I'm cooperating.
And Hollywood's hottest young star, Leonardo DiCaprio, scores again with The Basketball Diaries.
It was simply the best script that I've ever read for somebody my age.
That's The Movie Show tonight at 12 on Sky One.
Which fabric conditioner has a softness that feels this good against your skin? Everybody feels good in Lenore.
If you're going to use a spread, try it on a bird's eye waffle instead.
Duplo preschool toys. Building fun.
Get ready for a weekend of murder and mystery on the Family Channel.
A Cluedo whodunit weekend featuring super sleuths like Columbo and Sherlock Holmes. You and your family could win a murder mystery trip to the Mohonk Mountain House Hotel in upstate New York. See your Sky TV or cable guide for...
Your nose is all red.
Yours is too.
Is it?
Yes. It's this nasty cold weather. It can make your hands red too if you're not careful.
Your hands aren't red. Are you careful?
Fairy is.
No. I mean, new. Milder. What's milder mean?
Well, in cold weather, it's even better at helping to keep my hands soft.
And not red. I've got an idea. Now we won't have red noses anymore.
The Simpsons go to the zoo.
Oh, you are so cute.
But it's the silence of the lamb chops as Lisa goes vegetarian.
I thought you loved me. Eating meat is bad.
Lending their support, Paul and Linda McCartney.
I read about you in history class.
I was known as the Fifth Beatle.
Sure you were.
I'm Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Man.
A new episode of The Simpsons, Sunday at 6 on Sky One.
Miss World 1995, the pageant at Sun City.
Welcome back to Sun City here in the northwest province of South Africa. Now it's time now. The judges have reached their decision. It's been verified by Coopers and Librant, and the time has come when we should announce the winner of the Miss World title for 1995. Julia Morley is standing by to present the awards, accompanied by our Emirates stewardesses. And now, would you please welcome on stage the chairman of the Miss World organization, Mr. Eric Morley.
The all-important results, which I shall announce as customary in reverse order. Second runner-up, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. And the first runner-up is Miss Croatia. And Miss World 1995 is Miss Venezuela.
Miss World 1995 is Miss Venezuela!
Well, follow that, Richard Jozaan, and he will in just a minute or two with the movie show.